Hello, how are you? Got a message for you. Got something I want you to think about. And let me see some thumbs and some hearts. Let me know that you love me up in here, up in here. And I want you to like this page and share it because I want to talk to you about something that I read and it's something not to be alarmed about, but it's very much important to be aware. To be aware. It's predicted by many financial experts that next year we most certainly will be going into a recession. Next year, that's what they said. We most certainly will be going into a recession because of all of the global economic chaos that's taking place, the issues between China and the United States, and all of the different unpredictable elements that are taking place. Now the question becomes, what do we do? How do you prepare for that? I want you to like this page and share it. I want to share something with you this morning. Like this page and share it. First of all, let me say this. You have greatness in you. Let me say this to you, that no matter what happens, whatever life throws at you, there's something in you. There's a presence. There's a power in you that can handle it. Can you feel a brother up in here, up in here? Like this page and share it. I want to see some thumbs up. I want to see some hearts. That makes me feel good to know that you love me because I love you too, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Like this page and share it. And so there's some thoughts, three things that I want to talk to you about. As you look into 2019, the year of your dream, first of all, I want you to claim that. I want you to own that. I want you to be convicted in your spirit that the things that you desire, the things that you want, the things that you want to incorporate in your life experience, that those things are available to you right now. Because all dreams happen twice. First in the mind and then in the without. I want you to like this page and share it. Like it and share it. This is a very brief message I'm going to give you this morning. And so as you think about that, here's one of the most important things as these financial analysts are predicting that next year we most certainly will be in a recession. I want you to write this down. Recessions restores resourcefulness. Hello? Recessions restores resourcefulness. This is a time to become resourceful, to look at what are the different options, methods, and techniques that you need to implement to create and protect, to have a wall of protection for you, for your family, and for your dream. Because things happen, and there are things that will happen nationally and globally and even locally that's out of your control. However, you have to have a plan of protection, a plan that will insulate yourself. Okay? Does that make sense? Of course it does. Now, here's the other thing. As we look into 2019, the year of your dream, all the things that you've been thinking about, transitioning out of a job that's just stressing you out, you've gone as far as you can go, it's just no longer you, or beginning to reinvent yourself, that you feel within yourself, I can do more. I can do more. I remember when I was working and I went to a seminar and I saw these speakers and I said, you know what? I can do more than just be a disc jockey. I have the ability to do what they do. I like to help people. And I want to use my story and my voice to do that. And now I'm training others how to do it. Next year will be 50 years. Well, you learn, you earn, and then you pass it on. And now I'm passing it on. And so I want you to think about your life. What stage are you? Are you at this stage where you've learned some things, you've earned and been very successful in those things, and now you want to pass that knowledge and expertise on to somebody else? Now I want you to make a note of this. Knowledge is the new currency. Knowledge is the new currency. Now, at this stage of my life, I'm 74. Now, had I not operated from that thinking that knowledge is a new currency, I'd probably be working at Walmart or McDonald's someplace, okay, as opposed to traveling around the world doing what I love to do, and that is helping people to change their lives. That's who I am. That's what I do. See, you weren't born to work for a living, but to live your making, and living your making will make your living. So what is it? What is the calling on your life? Like this page and share it. And so, as I said, recessions restores resourcefulness. And so when you look at yourself as a resource, what is it you bring to the marketplace? What are the abilities and talents that you bring? And as you look at yourself, look at your goals and put those things in focus and get serious about those things. Write them down and ask yourself the question, what is it that I need to do? What kind of plan of action that I need to implement that will help me to get at the top of my game? See, one of the first things you have to do is have an expanded vision of yourself. We live in a culture that literally program us to have a small vision of ourselves. You can't fit a big dream into a small mind or vision that you have. And so you have to have an expanded vision beyond your mental conditioning, the expanded vision beyond your circumstances, expanded vision beyond what you're experiencing right now. This is the time to live out of your imagination, not your history, not things that you've experienced, not things that you know. This is the time to walk by faith and not by sight. This is the time to call forth those things that be not as though they were. Like this page and share it. You can tell I'm fired up this morning. Yes, indeed. So here's the thing. The future belongs to those who create it. Who create it. This is the time to create what it is you want out of 2019, the year of your dream. This is the time, right now. A lot of people concerned about Christmas and the gifts that they're going to get or if they're going to receive any. Give yourself the gift of creation. We were created on purpose, with a purpose, for a purpose. And so as you look at yourself, look at your goals, and look at your dreams, there's something that you're supposed to do. There's something that's the calling on your life. There's something that's the mandate in your life. There's something that's you, that's got your name on it. And many times because of the distractions of life, many times because we sacrifice our dreams for our children or for our relationships or to the distractions of life, that we pour ourselves into things that's not about us. And this is the time you got to think about you. I tell you, this might seem crude, but, if you're in my age category, you 60 above, you got to start thinking about who's going to wipe your butt. You say, well, my children, well, I don't know if my children like me like that. I know my son John Leslie will write a rap song about it, but he ain't going to wipe it. Honor will faint when she looks at it. I know Patrick and Calvin, they'll come visit me. My daughter Serena, she's a pastor, she's a minister, she will pray for it. But the rest of them be waiting for me to kick the bucket and say, what did he leave? So you need to know who's going to wipe your butt while you're still conscious. And a good indication is how they treat you right now. You don't want to be in a position where you lay on your back and you can't get up. And then they start having flashbacks. Do you remember you always partial to Margaret Ann? You remember what you did to me? You can't get up and run. You can't block anything that might be coming at you. So some people are passively aggressive. They say, I decide, you know what? You ain't eating today. I'm going to punish you now. Let me tell you something. It's a different kind of generation here, I love and honored my mother all the way to the end. And Mama wasn't perfect. No, she had her stuff. But she is mama, and I loved her unconditionally. Well, these kids today, they don't care anything about that. Like this page and share it. Like this page and share it. And so you want to create a strategy. You want to develop some relationships with people. Family is not just about blood. Family is about people who live from their heart, people who care about you, who demonstrate that. And you begin to see who can you count on and who you should count out. Now, that's something my son John Leslie has always said, and I will always raise that, is you look at yourself and look at your goals and dreams, because life happens. It happens to everybody. Who should you count on and who should you count out? That you know, based upon their behavior, judge a tree by the fruit it bears, not what it talks about. Oh, I love you. Yeah, right. Love is a verb. It's action, not just lip service. Like this page and share it. Like it and share it. As you look at your goals and dreams, it's very important for you to see that dream completed. It's very important to begin to explore the options, the things that you need to do to prepare for next year. Because, as I said, the future belongs to those who create it. There's a saying, no prior planning brings about a pretty poor performance. So, yeah, Robert Schuller said, people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. And so as I'm getting older, then what I'm doing, I have a physical fitness program that I'm implementing, going to the gym today. I'm signing up for yoga and Qigong because as the older I become, the more mature I become, the more physically fit and mentally sharp that I want to be. And I want to push back on Alzheimer's and dementia. My goal is to push back on anything that will attack my health. And so I'm engaging in a process that says to my body, to my mind, and my spirit, I plan to be here. My goal is to die young at an old age. Did you hear that? My goal is to die young at an old age. Like this page and share it. Like it and share it. So what are you creating for yourself? What are you creating? What plan of action are you putting together? And who's on your team? Who are the people that you know that will be there? And that you're going to be there for them. This is a two-way relationship. The relationship capital, you got to look at it. And if you don't have any right now, build it. Build it, absolutely. You can create some new relationships right now with people that you've observed, the people that are people of integrity, people that you have synergy and a connection with, people that are loyal, people that you know that are committed to your well-being. See, Kirk Nugent. Boy, Kirk is such a brilliant brother. You haven't heard him speak. You got to hear him speak. But Kirk, I'll never forget when he said that there are people that's always there when they need you. But when you need them, you can't find them. You know people like that in your life? Of course you do. Like this page and share it. Like it and share it. So this is a time. Who can you count on? Make a list of people you know you can count on. And here's something. Create what I call a bread and butter list. What do you mean by that, Les? A bread and butter. A bread and butter friend is a friend that you can call in the middle of the night and say, hey, my car broke down. I want you to come get me. And they will say, their first response will be, where are you? Now, if they're not a bread and butter person in your life, they will ask, what time is it? You better call Uber or Lyft or somebody else. I'm sleepy, I'm tired. You need to have a bread and butter list of friends. Those are the people that are loyal to you, that are committed to you, that will come through for you. I got one in Celeste Johnson. She's a bread and butter friend. that I can count on. Valerie Parker, she's a bread and butter friend that I know that will be there for me. Alan Blas, a bread and butter person. You have this bread and butter list, and that you be there for those individuals as well. Like this page and share it. Like it and share it. Now, what gifts, what talents that you have on the back burner that you need to bring to the front burner, and that you've decided, I'm not going to take this with me to my grave. I never forget when I was leaving the cemetery after the funeral of my best friend Boo. And Boo, boy, we've been together since we were second grade. I thought we would grow old together as old men, and he passed, waiting on a liver transplant. Now, I was coming out of the cemetery. A lady approached me and said, Mr. Brown, we buried a good man today. I said, yes, we did. Boo was a good man, good husband, good friend, and great father. I'm going to miss him. She said, you often talked about the fact that he was a great cook and was going to collaborate with you to create a recipe book of his various recipes, because he's from the Bahamas, but he had the skill to fix not only great Bahamian dishes, but Jamaican dishes and other things. Did the two of you do that? And I said, no. She said, ooh, he took that with him. Oh, God, he took that with him. And she just turned and walked away. And I stood there, mouth open, saying, whoa. If you die today, what will you take with you? What dream? What voice? What story? Maya Angelou said there's nothing as painful as an untold story buried in your soul. What project? What invention? What creativity? What abilities? What ideas? What experience? You know, one of the goals I haven't seen the pyramids. I've been to over 51 countries, but I want to see the pyramids. Now, people tell me, oh, I've seen them, and I've been in them. And you have to go in, and it's very close. When they said that, it's a very close, and you have to crawl down some tunnel. I said, well, I'm not interested. I don't see them. I don't want to see the pyramids like that. I said, I want to see the pyramids. I don't want to experience the pyramids. Be my luck to get in there, then they have an earthquake or something, and I can't get out. Like this page and share it. Like it and share it. Here's something else. Now, this is real. This takes courage. As you look into 2019, it's important for you to make a list of people that you don't want to be fooling around with those people. You want to spend less time with them. You don't want to take their calls. Why? Because there are two types of relationships. There are toxic relationships and there are nourishing relationships. Toxic relationships will compromise your power to achieve the dreams, to create the kind of future, to begin to manifest your greatness of talents and abilities. They will short-circuit your energy. But nourishing relationships, they bring the best out of you. Nourishing relationships, they hold you accountable. They hold you to a higher standard. Nourishing relationships, they support you. Nourishing relationships, they believe in you. Nourishing relationships, they will help you. You can count on them. And so there's some people you got to let go or be dragged. And then I say this often, I don't take a phone call unless it's positive. Unless it's productive. Does it make sense? Is it going in the direction of my dream? Is it purposeful? Is it in alignment with my purpose here on the planet? And is it profitable? See, I believe that people get old before their time and have all types of sicknesses and ailments and challenges and become sidelined because of that toxic negative energy that's surrounded by it. Oh, we're going to all take some hits. Things are going to happen to all of us. But you don't have to go around with one foot on the banana peeling and the other one in the graveyard. You don't have to sit around on the couch looking at television and gossiping and talking about sporting events or a television program. You don't want to see yourself as a spectator. We've been programmed, the culture, to be spectators, to be entertained. No, you don't want to be entertained. You want to be empowered. You want to be an active force in life. You want to be out on the field of life. You see yourself as a player in life. Be engaged, a participant in life. But we have been programmed to be onlookers about things that are taking place that are wrong. That are wrong. We see it and you say, oh, ain't it awful? No, this is no time for ain't it awful. This is a time of saying, here I am, Lord. Send me. You sent me here to do this. You sent me here to perform this task. You sent me here to use my leadership voice. You sent me here to be a difference. You sent me here, Lord, to bring light where there's darkness. You sent me here, Lord, to give people faith where there is hopelessness and powerlessness, and people feeling weak in the face of what they're dealing with right now. Like this page and share it. Like it and share it. And so, as the financial analyst is saying that next year we invariably will have a recession, start thinking about and collaborating with your team. Give yourself a home court advantage of collaborative, achievement-driven, supportive relationships, and put together a strategy on what kind of year you're going to create, in spite of what the financial analysts say. The kind of year that you're going to create, in spite of what happens in the White House or the global economy. The kind of year that you're going to create while people all around you are being distracted and going through tough times. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what happens around you. What matters most is what happens in you. Yeah, what happens in you. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. That's what Socrates meant when he said, what lies before us and what lies behind us is of small consequence to what lies within us. You have something special. You have greatness in you. I got 21 people that I want. No, 7 is my lucky number. You know that. 7 is my lucky number. I'm looking for 71 people who want to invest in themselves, who want to join me to make 2019 the year of your dream, that I will coach and we will have trips that we take together, work on your dreams, create a blueprint. I expose you all to all of my resources. 21 people, that's all I want, just 21 people that are ready to invest in yourself and be on this team of 21 people that I'll get a chance to work with you on a monthly basis, up close and personal, to make 2019 the year of your dream. You can't do it by yourself. That's why 72% of corporations have struck strategic partnerships or mergers. You can't make it by yourself. You have something special. You have greatness in you. I hope this has been of some value. And here's one last thing I want to leave with you. This is very important. I want you to listen to me a minimum of 1 hour. Listen to me, a minimum. Go to Les Brown Speaking in the Georgia Dome, Getting Unstuck, The Power of Larger Vision, or any of my videos. If you listen every day, for 1 hour, when you first get up in the morning, for 1 hour, as you're getting dressed, as you're brushing your teeth, you're cleaning up, just do that. When you first get up in the morning, you say, thank you, Lord, for a brand new day. And you say your prayers and you meditate and you write down 7 things that you are grateful for. And then before you look at the news or read anything or read your text messages or take any phone calls, you take this time to refresh and to refuel and to fortify your mind. And, you know, how do you maintain sanity in an insane world? You've got to put some stuff in your mind that will program you for greatness, that will program you for success. If you don't program the mind, it's a sponge. It will be programmed. It will be programmed by the conversations you hear, by the news, by billboards, by text messages, by television, lies. It will be programmed. You got to be one step ahead of the game. And so when you do that, you're arming yourself. Therefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, that having done all, to stand. There's an energy of evilness that's been released on the planet. And we see it everywhere. Unlike anything we have ever seen before. And there are people who are responding to that. The climate that has been created in this country, in the world, it brings out the worst in people. We're hearing about things, ugliness, hateful crimes, unlike anything we've ever seen before. It's been spiked. I'm telling you. And so you have to protect yourself, protect your mind. That's major. That's major. So that there's a difference between being in a situation and allowing that to be in you. Once again, you have something special. You have greatness in you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I want you to like this page and share it right now. Somebody needs to hear this. Do this. Help me out. Like this page and share it. More people commit suicide during this period of the year and by January 1st than at any other time of the year. This conversation right now might save somebody's life. This conversation right now might pull somebody out of a deep depression. This conversation right now might be the voice they need to hear that will interrupt their thinking. Don't forget, listen to me every day, because I'm going to be coming on more often, because my goal is to reduce the suicide rate. My goal is to dispel depression. My goal is to empower you to make things happen in your life unlike you can ever begin to imagine. I want you to spread the word that Mamie Brown's baby boy is loose. He's hungry to bring our greatness out. He will not be stopped. He will get the butter from the duck. That's another conversation. Like this page and share it. You have something special. You have greatness in you. Like this page and share it. Would you please? Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless your dream.